Welcome to our Wednesday Creative Living series. We are glad that you have joined us today. Very, very happy to have you all with us today. And whether you have been with us before or this is your very first time, know that you are in the right place at the perfect moment. We declare a thing and it shall come to pass. So together we are creating a space filled with possibility, positivity, and connection. Because we know all things are possible if we believe. It's a space where we can learn, we can grow, and be inspired to live our fullest lives. Sometimes we may have thought that that is not possible. But from the standpoint of this teaching, we know it's possible to live our fullest life, to enjoy life as we practice these principles. So today we are diving into an uplifting and empowering truth. There is always a way. There is always a way. You may want to say that to yourself. There is always a way. You may say it as many times as possible. I don't know what the situation is you're facing, and you think you've come to the end of the road, but there is always a way. Again, if you believe, all things are possible. So no matter how uncertain or challenging life may feel at times, there is a path forward. There is a path forward. And that's what we always do as truth students. Because we have the Spirit, we are one with Spirit, we are in alignment with it. It always guides us. So sometimes it's hidden in plain sight, the way forward, waiting for us to open our minds and hearts. We always talk about this internal guidance system. Other times, it may require a leap of faith, a creative approach, or simply trusting in the unfolding of life's greater design. We always say that everything is working out for our own good. The process of life that is unfolding perfectly. It may not be what you want now, but just trust. When we trust the process of life, we know that everything, both the good, both the bad, both the ugly, everything is working out, is unfolding perfectly. So whatever the circumstances, the truth reminds us that we are never stuck, never without options, and never alone on our journey. So as we begin, take a deep breath and allow yourself to feel the energy of possibility in the room. It's possible. We are connected to infinite possibilities. All things are possible if you believe. We say things as far as your eye can see, you can have. Everything is possible. So this is a space of encouragement, discovery, and support. We often say we are supplied and supported. A place where your presence matters and your story adds to the collective richness of our time together. You are important and I am important. And life presents us with major crossroads, moments where everything shifts and we are forced to leave behind the familiar. We know life is a journey of change and transformation. We often say the only constant thing is change, where challenges become the gateways to new possibilities. The challenges will be the gateway for new opportunities if you believe it. Because we all have choices. It's our decision. These key moments often challenge us to leave behind the comfort of the familiar and step into the unknown. And when we're stepping into the unknown, we are not stepping aimlessly. We are stepping trusting, knowing that it's unfolding perfectly, being guided by that internal guidance system that we all have. Joseph Campbell reminds us that we must be willing to let go of the life we planned to accept the life that is waiting for us. And what is that life that is waiting for us? If we remember the thoughts of the universe, the plans of the universe, of spirit for us, are thoughts of good, of greatness, of abundance, never of anything bad or negative, to bring us to an expected end. So at these junctures, life invites us to grow beyond our current boundaries and embrace the greater potential within us. We are constantly coming to the awareness of that power, that potential that you have. Sometimes, while the prospect of change can feel daunting, it also brings with it the promise of renewal and discovery. Each crossroad is not just a moment of decision, but an opportunity to align more fully with our true purpose and calling. So instead of fearing the unfamiliar, we can choose to trust in the process. I'm underlining, we can choose to trust in the process. Boils down to your decision, to my decision. And see these moments as stepping stones to our greatest growth. Whatever you decide to do, it's possible. Whichever divide you want to play on, it's possible. It's your choice. After all, it's often in leaving the old behind that will make space for the extraordinary to enter. You have to create space for the new. You can put new wine in old wineskin. But in our teaching, there's always a way to move forward. We're talking about there's always a way to open up to new possibilities and to grow in ways we might not have imagined. It's possible. There is always a way. There's a pony down there. So when life presents us with a closed door, we can choose to see it as a divine detour. We have that power to choose, the power of your choice. You can choose to see a closed door and ending as a divine detour. You can see it as a gentle or sometimes a firm nudge from spirit towards something more aligned with our soul's highest purpose. There's always a way. And that way, that direction, that decision will work with your choice, power to choose. Closed doors are not endings. Again, if we see it as not the end, they are Spirit's way of guiding us to a new path. There are times in our lives when we feel like everything we've known is ending. Maybe it's the loss of a loved one, the end of a relationship, or a major career change. These events are filled with emotions that range from sadness to relief and even fear of the unknown. When a relationship changes or ends, we can see it as an invitation to grow deeper in our relationship with ourselves and spirit. Mark the words, we can, your decision. Whether it's a romantic partnership, a close friendship, or even a family bond that's become strained, these shifts can feel like a piece of our heart is being broken beyond repair. We might feel like we've lost a part of ourselves or like Life as we knew it is irreparably altered. Imagine a loving relationship, a marriage that after years of joy begins to come apart. Again, it's like that old nursery rhyme about Humpty Dumpty. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put him back together again. Everything is fallen apart. We can find ourselves feeling helpless and heartbroken. Again, I say again, but there is always a way. The end of a relationship doesn't end love. Sometimes it's a chance to rediscover who we are, to open ourselves to new forms of love, or even to create space for a deeper relationship with ourselves. Again, it's our choice, the perspective you want to view, that you will attract. When these doors close, it can make us feel powerless, as though life is happening to us instead of through us. But even when a door closes, the key is to remember that there is always another path, a new door opening somewhere. As truth students, we seek it out because there is always good waiting to unfold. There's good out there. When we search for it and look out for it, we'll find it. If you see that as an end, it becomes an end. But that's not what we do here as practitioners. And that's what we are here to explore today. The belief that no matter how final something seems, there's always a way forward. It's whatever struggle, whatever challenge that it's. When you calm down, your quiet place, and tell yourself there is always a way. And in that quietness, you discover, you'll be directed to the next way. There is always a way. We want to pause and refresh. We know that life is not something happening to us. No. We never want to play the victim. But something unfolding through us and for us. This profound realization empowers us to see ourselves not as victims of circumstances, but as active participants in shaping our experiences. Each thought, belief, and action we take ripples out, co-creating our reality. You create your reality through your thoughts. Rev Wade Adkisson captures this idea by saying, what lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. It's great, it's powerful, it's infinite. The more we go in to pull it, the more of it that is available to us. It's through this inner power, our thoughts, our choices, and alignment with the higher truth that we navigate and influence the course of our lives. So if you have not heard it before, know that you are powerful. Because you are one with infinite possibilities. All things are possible. So when we embrace this truth, we step into our role as conscious creators, understanding that we hold the key to transforming challenges into opportunities and dreams into reality. Again, life is not happening at random. It is responding to the energy we bring to it. if we want to experience positive, creative, healing, abundance, then we feel everything. We can bring up positive energy. Life, because life will give birth to life. Let us bring awareness, intention, and love into all we do, knowing that we are always shaping our path forward. And with the divine within us, we have access to infinite potential, knowing that we are never alone, but constantly supported and guided. Another kind of closing door can happen in our careers. Maybe we are told our job is ending, or we decide to leave for a new opportunity. These moments can feel like we are losing a part of our identity, leaving behind colleagues, memories, and a familiar routine. Familiar routine, most times, is one of the things that hold us down, our comfort zone. It's normal to feel unsettled and uncertain, wondering if we will ever find a workplace as fulfilling as the one we are living. But remember, again, there is always a way. Change in our professional lives can open doors we never dreamed of. Again, these things happen if we believe and trust life and the process of life, that it's working out for your own good. Leaving behind old routines can be a chance to pursue a new path, to learn something new, or to step into a more authentic expression of yourself, of myself. The end of a job doesn't have to be a loss. It can be the beginning of a whole new chapter filled with opportunities and growth. We often say that when one door closes, another one opens. Change in our careers is often Spirit's way of inviting us to express ourselves more authentically, to enlarge our horizon, to know that you can do exceedingly abundantly above what you can think or imagine. Sometimes we get so attached to the past that we find ourselves frozen, afraid to move forward. There's a story from the Bible about Lot's wife who looked back at her old life and ended up frozen in place. This story serves as a powerful reminder that we can't fully embrace what lies ahead if we keep looking back. There's a part of us that may want to hold on to the past, to the way things were, the relationships we had, or the routines we knew. But the truth is, we are constantly growing and evolving. And each time we want to let go of things that no longer serve us, so we can focus and be present and take hold of what is before us. Life isn't meant to stay the same forever. Our past experiences, while valuable, are stepping stones to help us create something new. Again, the question will be, what are you creating if you do not like what you see or your experiences? You can change what you're creating through your thoughts, through your actions. And we can choose to focus on the path forward rather than longing for what used to be. Because we know where we focus, energy flows. Where you put your focus, the energy flows. Looking back at what was can limit the energy we have for the present. We can't overemphasize the importance of creating the presence where there is so much power to create. But by focusing on the path forward, we align ourselves with Spirit's creative energy, opening ourselves to fresh possibilities. We learn from our classes that we are not passive players in the story of our lives. We're not passive, we are active creators of our life. We are active participants, and we're gifted with the power of choice to choose. We can choose how we respond to life's challenges, and if we don't like the path we are on, we can choose a new one. You have the power to do that. We can start all over again, anytime. Dr. Greg said you can start your day anytime. It's entirely your decision. And know that you have the power to do that. The power of choice is a sacred gift that allows us to shape our destiny. Ernest Holmes teaches, to think is to create. We live in a world of our creations. Your thoughts are powerful. This means our thoughts and beliefs shape our reality. When we believe there is always a way, we open up to the possibility of a brighter future. When we believe there is always a way, you open up yourself to insights. We become masters of our destinies, and no situation is ever truly hopeless. We are all connected to the divine presence within us, which is constantly guiding us and supporting us. You are never alone. This presence is our source of strength, wisdom, and peace. When we connect with it, we realize that we are always empowered to find a way forward. I have a story here. The story of Moses and the burning bush offers a profound reminder of our divine identity. When Moses encountered the presence and asked, "Who shall I say sent me?" the response was simply, "I am that I am." This statement was more than a name. It was a revelation of the divine nature and declaration of being, of who we are. In this teaching, I am is not only a name for spirit or God or universe, but also an affirmation of our divine essence. We each carry this I am presence within us. Is a spark of the same creative, boundless spirit that Moses encountered. We are individual expressions of the one inseparable from this divine source. When we say I am, we are invoking the power and presence of the divine within us. That power within you. Every time we affirm I am, what we are doing is that we are aligning ourselves with spirit. We are drawing strength, peace, and wisdom from this ever-present connection that we have with spirit. I am powerful. I am blessed. I am abundant. Through this understanding, we realize that we are never separate or alone. The divine is within us, as us, and through us, and all it does is empowering us to face any situation with confidence and courage, knowing that we are always supplied, we are always supported by the infinite wisdom and love of the great I am, of this power. So never think that you are alone. Never think that you are powerless. You have so much power within us, and as we listen to this teaching, what we do is to activate that power within us to do exploits. So this power, the divine presence within us, is our anchor in difficult times. It is the still, small voice that reminds us there is always a way. Don't give up. There is always a way. Life may close a door, but Spirit opens the window. The challenges we face are not meant to defeat us. They are opportunities to grow beyond and expand. When we embrace this truth, we find ourselves more resilient and more open to the possibilities of life. So as we journey forward, let's remember that there is always a way. I'm sure this is the mentality of the eagle before the storm. There will always be a way through the storm. The eagle embraces the storm. When relationships change, when we face unexpected transitions, and when life feels overwhelming, let's tap into our divine connection and trust in the guidance within us and move forward with faith. The power of Spirit is always available to us, offering us new beginnings and endless possibilities. We are divine points of infinite mind, creators of our reality. And if we do this through our consciousness, when we open ourselves to a life filled with joy and love. So we want to embrace each day, each new day, with the understanding that we are never stuck. You are never stuck. I am never stuck. That you always have choices. And the Spirit is always guiding us to our next great adventure. Let's remember that we are each divine expressions, uniquely equipped to handle whatever life presents. You can handle it. You can do it. Every closed door, every unexpected turn is simply an invitation to connect deeper with our inner divine presence. And one of the ways we can do this is when we quiet ourselves. When we quiet ourselves, because we know in quietness and confidence is our strength, and we always talk about be still and know. When we quiet ourselves, the possibilities before us are infinite. And as we walk this path with trust and intention, we are continuously supported by Spirit. It's ever present, 24/7, available. It does not sleep, it does not slumber. There is always a way, and each of us is here to walk it boldly as expressions of the great I am. You can do all things if you believe. And so it is.